Okay, this is Journey. It's another game that's been on my backlog for a long time. Let me just... Oh, maybe this is as high as it goes. Hold on. No, there we go. That's what we want. Oh, yeah, no, there we go. Bizarre. It does support gamepad, but the menu doesn't. Hold on. Yeah, okay. We'll see. It is an old game, so maybe it's flaky. Yeah, but... Okay, that's so weird. It's not picking up the controller. Alright, I mean, it's fine. Hey, Vanna, how's it going? What? Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Ah. Alright, well. Social battery dead, yeah. It happens. Don't know what this is about. You went inside to escape. What, you're not into talking about chickens? Oh, okay. what does that achieve? Hold on. I haven't completed what it wants me to do. I have no idea what it wants me to do. We've talked about chickens 5 times today. Must really like chickens. In a different way to me. I guess all that does is give me the power of flight temporarily. Okay, I see. Come back. Oh, no, okay. I can hop up here. She has a ton. You've heard all about them for weeks. You already know what they have, what color they all lay, the pens they've built, etc. You should give them a PowerPoint presentation on it. What's this? I mean, this is nice looking. It's just another one of these games where it's I have to figure out what it wants me to do. The grandma was there to get her dog earlier. No more yapping late night. The dog, obviously. Plants, okay. Are you saying you yap? No, no late night yapping. You said the dog was yapping. Could have been interpreted that you like your grandma yaps. Ah! Why would you walk that way? There we go. Wait, I think her scarf is just getting longer. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think I just have to collect more of this stuff. Okay. It's simple. I collect these things let me jump. It's pretty neat. She said she loves your hair. That's good. Been getting a lot of compliments about the color, huh? Huh. I guess this is the thing I saw in the picture. I just have to go try and collect more of these symbol things. You're very yappy right now, sorry. What? Not at all. What are you talking about? You're starting to make it, like, I don't know what they're called, but they show them on TV, but you know how... Ugh, damn it, how do I explain this? When they show, like, I don't know if they still do it, that's the thing, like, it might be an outdated reference, fuck it. An older couple, and, like, one of the guy is just very to the point, and then anytime the lady says something, the guy's like, please, you're being too talkative. You're being hysterical. Like, the woman barely says a sentence, and then the guy's like, please, you're being hysterical. Calm down. They do it in comedic sense, obviously, but, like, I'm just saying it's not like that. Vanna, please, you've said 4 sentences. There's a term for it, I don't know what it is, because I don't think we have it here. Hey Sherry, thanks for 28 months. Also, hey Jep. There's wind here. Yeah, okay, can't go that way. Well, this just led me back here. Alright, I'm gonna leave this pit and go back to the outer area. I think I've exhausted what I can do here. I'll have to look up the term later. And I know exactly where to look to find out what it is. Talkie, talkie, talkie. No more talkie. Okay, see, that's Billy Madison. Not sure if movement's faster if I hop. I'm going to get lost very easily here. There's no compass. And I just have a terrible sense of direction, which I guess probably part of the point. That would be the start over there, so let's... Maybe I should just head to the beam of light like it kind of hinted at the start. Just sand, yep. The wind lets you know that you're going too far away. It's not that big of an area. I haven't seen any fancy looking orbs though. It's pushing me away. Maybe I can't actually get to the mountain. Okay, no, that's just gonna end in a dead end. Maybe I just need to find a way in here. What is the goal here? From what I could ascertain, I'm collecting these mystical orbs that I gotta take to that altar over there. Maybe I should see it again. It might give me a better clue. All I know is when I collect one of those orbs, my scarf gets longer. If I collect these things, my scarf lights up and I can fly a little bit. And those are the basic rules of the game. So like that. Oh, I'm being a moron. Yep, no, I was 100% being a moron. The way forward is open. I guess I was just looking for more orbs in the area. This is probably just a starter area. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna guess by the end of this, I'm just gonna be flying everywhere. Dummy. Of a complication. Expecting something more elaborate. But yes, dummy, a little bit. The hell? This how we talk? Okay. Going this side. Wait, is this a game where you can run into other people? I genuinely have no idea. All I know about the game is that I remember it from a long time ago. And people talked good things about it. And I've kind of had it for a while. And it fits the criteria of shorter game. Oh. Okay. Wait, come out. Come out. Yeah, I think that might be someone else. That seems too deliberate. As in, the movements seem like they're on a mission. And it's almost like that person was excited to see me. It's like, wait, someone else is playing this as well? I thought no one plays this anymore. That may have been a player interaction, I don't know. Before I go on the main ramp, there's more stuff over there. Yeah, no, I think there's someone else. So I guess cool. Okay. Bridge is up. Maybe I'm missing the entire point of this. Guess this one's already up. Oh, over there. This is so weird. Had to get that first. Look at how long my scarf is now. Alright, I think it's bridge time. I mean, even if, let's say, this was another player, it doesn't look like it's required. Like, you could do this all on your own, I guess. seeing if I missed anything else. Guess it's painting more of a picture. Very pink. Oh, that looks nice. Salmon, yeah. What's that sound? Can't hear it anymore. Did this suddenly just become co-op? Yeah, I don't know about that, man. It's like... I'm sure everyone's played this game to death. Oh, okay, whilst we're with this. Can just glide freely, it would appear. That's nice. Oh, guess not. Like, imagine this person knows 100% what they're doing, then this kinda, I don't know, spoils it a little. I don't get a raw experience where I'm figuring stuff out for myself. What on earth? But maybe that's the point of the game. Is it marketed as co-op? You know, I didn't check. And it wasn't like find a game or anything. It was like, it's just start game. So I don't know. Kind of weird though that it's an old game and yet I found someone. Co-op is a big surprise for most players. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I think when this game first came out, would have been fine, but now it's like, I don't know. Have people played this to death? And someone's just going to be pinging me and be like, hey, come here, do this. No, idiot. You're not doing the objective. That's the thing I feel. It becomes like just SOS with the community is chill. Okay, good to know. Sometimes it's that, and sometimes, well, I don't want to name any games, but if streamer doesn't go to... What is that jet engine sound? It sounds like a jet engine. If streamer doesn't go to objective right away, then you're playing it wrong. Sorry, that was so distracting. I don't know. But see, right now, it seems like this person is just taking me from objective to objective, and that's not what I was looking for. I kind of wanted to just roam the desert and explore. Very beautiful game, though. I can try to communicate with my intent. How am I going to communicate? Slow down. It's okay. I'm kind of very antisocial when it comes to games. Well, adventure games, let's put it that way. Stuff like Diablo, for example, I'll play on my own. I don't want to really group up that often. It's okay. I'm having fun just kind of saying what's on my mind. As someone who was late to the party on this game, might not get the same experience as, like, two people that don't know what they're doing. Okay, it looks like they're trapped in here. I need upward draft. There we go. Trying to see if there's a way in here. I'm sure whoever this other person is probably heading to the thing we're supposed to be doing. Come here. Real condescending foot tapping. Oh no, they're not up here. Okay, never mind. I guess I got here first, somehow. Or maybe they've already been here. I guess that's the thing, is when I play games I like to go a bit of a slower pace. And that doesn't gel with a lot of people. Okay, well, that's nice. I think I'm genuinely just overcomplicating each area. I didn't find any orbs previous area. Yeah, I mean, that's how I'm going to approach it. I'm just going to do my thing. It's okay. I'm the same when I play the Souls games. Just, when it tries to force me to do multiplayer, I'm like, no! Stop it! I just want to be a lone roamer. I mean, for its time, this would have been a very cool idea, though. I don't think back then a lot of games would have done pairing up with someone like this. Where's my DLSS 5? This doesn't look realistic enough. DLSS 5 on, please. Sorry. I'm being a dick about DLSS 5 all week. Very scenic. Guess we go in. Well, it's nice that they stopped as well. It is very pretty. Again, I'm kind of surprised I ran into someone. When did this game come out? It's gotta be like at least 10 years old. ...2012, so yeah. It's almost 15. But it kind of goes to show that even a game that old still looks really good today. It's like the point of graphical fidelity is kind of hitting a point where it's diminishing returns. I was just casually checking this out as like a weekend filler thing. And again, I had no clue. What's that? Oh. Okay, there's nothing up here. How many games this old still hold up? There's a few. I think this one has an easier time just because of the art style. But I mean, I don't know how much replay value there is in this. There are secrets. Yeah, that's nice. I'm not hell-bent on secrets that often. It depends on the game. The stuff that gets me to do secrets are the games I played growing up where it's just, okay, I have to do this. My child self would have done it. Or it's something that just grabs me immediately, or it's like, okay, no, it's triggered the competitiveness in me. A chill experience like this, not so much. This is more experience it, and then, yeah, I'm good. Of course, I'm saying that now without knowing, but, you know, just in general. I said I wasn't gonna find all the discs in VVVVV, but I did, so... Yeah, this area is nice. The light rays coming in. If only they used a technology like ray tracing and DLSS. Okay. I'm just gonna keep poking fun of NVIDIA. I don't care. It's just... Character isn't wearing enough makeup, let's fix that. Yeah. the yes factor needs to be at least 40% higher than what it currently is. Oh, okay, over there. I see it. Soon it'll be like, you're not playing the game well enough, let's just make it look like you're playing correctly. I mean, you know, another point that I saw someone bring up, which I didn't even think about in terms of just homogenous, horrible looking things, is like they've been hyper-focusing on making things looking more realistic. But the same thing they're doing with the DLSS 5 thing, they could apply it to, like, let's say they want a game to look like this, where it's, you know, got a cartoon. I wouldn't say cartoon, but you know what I mean. Like, let's say they wanted to do cell shading, for example. Then games would look like those just crappy filters that they use on social media, instead of actually getting a real artist to do that style. And I think that's more dangerous than trying to make something look more realistic. Because you know these larger companies will do that. Instead of paying artists, they'll just be like, yeah, slap DLSS 5 on top to do the cartoon filter for us. I think that's what we risk more than things looking ultra real. But, I mean, it looks like NVIDIA's being bullied into the ground, and developers are kind of just going, yeah, we're gonna investigate. Quite a few came out the gate saying they were going to use it, and now they've kind of gone back on those statements a little. I think the problem with the whole thing is it's not so much people wanting to have that kind of filter on their games. Like, at the end of the day, if someone wants to play a game with that sort of filter going on, then that's their choice. But the difference here is that this is a technology company trying to push a standard, and the ramification is larger studios just kind of not employing people. That's the issue. If this was something where it was like an open source project that you could download and apply these filters yourself as a consumer, then whatever, man. Go nuts. If you want to add makeup to make the lady in the horror game look more pretty, then go for it. But this is more of trying to push the industry in a direction where they're saving more money by cutting people out. You're looking forward to them having to deal with generative AI having zero ability to maintain context, like no object permanence. Yeah, I've had a look at some of the challenges around that, and that's why memory is a requirement, is the longer you talk to AI, the worse it gets. But my number one argument against AI is this, is that AI doesn't tell me when I'm being an idiot. And until it can, I don't think it should be foisted upon society. And the best example I always show is, eggnog is a drink that people enjoy at the holidays. So there's not really negativity around it other than some people might not like the taste, but in general, it's a positive thing. Chicken is a versatile... Chicken is a versatile meat that you can use in a lot of recipes. You ask ChatGPT to give you a recipe for eggnog chicken, it doesn't call you a moron. Instead, it spits out an amalgam of what sounds like a recipe. And they tell you it's a good idea when it has no way to go, these flavors won't mix. It's like, it's always an amalgam. It's always just the sum of everything it's read. It cannot objectively go, this is a terrible idea, don't try it, what are you doing, you idiot? And I think that's always going to be the fundamental problem with at least how it's implemented currently. Not saying that can't be resolved one day, it's just like, why are we using this thing when it can go rogue like that and people are relying on it? I mean, a more recent one, there was the Subnautica, I don't know if it was an executive or whatever, I just saw it pop up that a guy formed his legal defense using ChatGPT and he got destroyed in court. It's just like, yeah, because it didn't, like, it just formed an amalgam at the end of the day. Not just that, they're always overly nice and encouraged and designed to not question or contradict people. Yeah, and that's dangerous on two fronts. That's dangerous on the front that, like, if someone's trying to do something genuinely dumb, that's a bad idea. But then also people forming a relationship with AI, which is an insane thing. But, yeah. It's a thing that happens. It's because it's so affirmative, and they might be like, oh, well, my wife doesn't say everything's a good idea. It's like, yeah, because your wife is a person and can identify when you're being a moron. I'd rather take that over something that agrees with me 24/7. It was the publisher trying to fuck off the Subnautica devs for Subnautica 2. Ah, okay, that's what it was. But yeah, they used ChatGPT, no? And they got destroyed in court. I suppose it's good that that happened because that's just another nail in the coffin for this bubble, as far as I'm concerned. My theory on it is that it's just, at the moment, the reason everyone's looking into it is because one of the primary reasons to do it is you get R&D money if you say you're trying to implement AI into your current business processes. And because for a lot of industries, it's a thing where it's like, well, yeah, that stuff doesn't really exist currently. It's a bit of a Wild West. But the moment that money dries up, I guarantee you, like, companies are going to stop rolling out AI stuff in their organizations. Because then it's like, okay, let's say even if it's a disaster, at least they get R&D money that mitigates that disaster a little. Or perhaps, hell, is even profitable. Once that money dries up, it's just a disaster. I mean, here we're starting to get regulations in place where... I don't know if they've legislated it, but the AI companies won't be able to crawl Australian creative works, basically. I'm not sure if it's come into law yet, but... lots of people concerned about model compliance. Basically, they can't even sort enough text images to improve their models and end up struggling to avoid ingesting stuff that was already generated by AI. Yeah. No, I had a a friend who's way more well-versed, and that's kind of say that to me is like, there's a bit of arrogance on the part of companies where they're like, okay, we'll just train a model. And it's like, you look at ChatGPT, the amount of information it's had to take to even become what it is now. They kind of have, I don't know if they're arrogant or blind to think that they could do the same thing so easily. It's like, nah, man, it's not so simple. So, yeah. It's alright. There's a great equalizer coming, and the signs have already started showing. Not saying AI is going to disappear. Like, I think the applications of removing human tedium are going to be a thing, and I think a lot of the examples that I can come up with come to making summaries of text so then you can take that summary and kind of make decisions around it. Or in the world of video editing, there's so many practical applications of AI usage. A simple example for me is, you know, let's say I'm editing a video where I want to compile the best moments I've had the past month, right? And then I remember, oh man, I remember this one stream, we had this funny conversation about AI, and then I got scared by a snake creature interrupting my chicken conversation. No one clipped it. So I can ask AI to go, hey, look at this video. Was there a conversation about chicken? And then it can tell me yes, and then I can be like, all right, cool, it happened at this timestamp, and just go in and do the editing myself. Instead of before having to crawl through footage myself to try and find the conversation. For that stuff, AI is great. And I think applications like that is what's going to survive. The whole generative AI thing, it's just... I don't think it's going to survive. Whether it be to regulation, or it's just, I mean, just not making money. Plenty of people want to generate the content. I don't think a lot of people want to pay to generate the content. AI has no lizard brains. The stuff we have from evolution, instinct, identifying bullshit, fight or flight. That is an excellent way to put it. Yes, I agree. And, you know, succinctly, until AI can tell me I'm being a fucking moron, I don't think it's worth just it being used that much. It should definitely not decide people's livelihoods. Let's put it that way. You think stuff like improving chroma keying, being able to reference a bunch of existing before after of good chroma keying, rendering realistic models without the green background is the kind of stuff would be practical for. Like super tedious, nitpicky stuff you'd only want an algorithm to do. And only to generate the masking data and not actually change the image. Yeah. No, that's exactly it. Just anything where it's a formality. It's like, a human could do it, but what do you gain from a human doing it, really? But as long as the meat of it is something that a human does and oversees, it's just used as a tool to kind of let you focus on the things that make the output better, instead of circumventing the human step, which is what all these companies want to do. Removing background noise and not touching the rest of the audio is another one. Yeah, that's another good one. You know, I mean, even in gaming, like, if we're talking basic DLSS, it's good. just getting better frame rates on hardware that wouldn't be able to handle it. I'm not talking about the new thing they're pushing right now, where it's altering the artistic component and the actual image. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that within the next 5 years it normalizes. Once DLSS 5 gets out in the wild where people can actually test it, everyone's going to reject it. That depends if gaming companies actually implement it, unless Nvidia does a way to force it. I've already seen just the heavy analysis of the footage they've shown, and to be charitable, using it to improve backgrounds, like, you know, taking, for example, a cheese wheel that is in a scene, and then making that cheese wheel look more realistic, sure. But then every other instance where it's just like, it's just adding things like makeup, it's making the lighting more extreme. And then even with certain things, it's just adding detail that wasn't there before, like extra hair. And it just makes it look homogenous and bad for me. But, you know, I think I'm definitely in the 1%. I can see a world where just... The best way to put it, you know how every now and then on YouTube you see a video where it's like Mario done in Unreal, and it's just hyper-realistic Mario? And to me, that makes me just clench on the inside. But there are a lot of people that are like, wow, this looks awesome. I wish this was real. And I think that's the reality, is there's going to be a lot of people that they're not going to think what I'm thinking. That's kind of the frightening thing, is I think... But then again, okay. Yes, I think people might use that, but then who's going to be able to... The average person is not going to pay for a GPU that expensive just to do this. I guess that's the other thing. That's the other part of the equation. Is like, what are we talking about here? These graphics cards where this is going to be capable, only enthusiasts are going to be buying it. People that are doing PC builds. So, yeah, no, maybe it is a doomed technology. At least initially. Until they can get it on a consumer-grade GPU that, like, your average person that's doing a sub-$1,000 build can have access to, yeah. It's just going to be criticized by any person who builds a computer. A big part of the problem is you have ancient politicians who have no idea and no incentive to put guardrails around this stuff. It depends where you live, but you're right, generally. In Australia, thankfully, we have people looking into this stuff. So we are getting some legislation. Whether or not it goes through, I'm not sure, but we are looking into limiting what AI companies can do in terms of crawling content that's been generated in Australia. And to be honest, it wouldn't, because we have a lot of laws around consumer protections and laws around employment protections. Like, Australia is very strong when it comes to that. And it would not surprise me if they make it a fundamental right where you can request a human to look at your resume or a human to look at your interview, to not allow AI tools, and then be able to file for unfair, you know. We have equal opportunity laws here, and the whole AI thing, it kind of goes against some of that stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if it hasn't happened yet, because I don't think AI tools in employment are as widespread as they are in the US. But if it starts skewing in that direction where people are having a hard time finding jobs, it'll absolutely happen. But just to give you an example of the difference between America and here, unemployment means you don't have a job. That's what it means here. It doesn't mean you got fired from a job. You get unemployment whether you don't have a job or whether you got fired. It doesn't matter. You currently don't have a job, you get unemployment. That's what it means. And I didn't know that. I learned that over there it's like, yeah, that's why people try to get fired and they can't just quit their jobs. So, that's, man. But anyway. No, I sympathize. I think all it's going to take is some kind of event where someone in power, and this is fucked up, but like someone in power gets adversely affected by Gen AI. Where like they're having a bunch of deep fake content generated about them. Or something happens where someone gets sued. And then and only then will regulation happen. Sorry, this is very pretty. A lot of the time, when it comes to American companies, like, changing their ways, I don't want to sound arrogant, but, like, it comes down to the EU and sometimes Australia putting in laws that make them change their ways, or they get sued. And, yeah, examples of this are, like, Apple switching to USB-C because the EU was going to sue them, and then Valve making refunds more accessible on their platform because Australia was going to sue them, and did sue them, over telling Australians that they couldn't get refunds, where by law that's not the case here. So refunds on Steam got a lot more streamlined after that court case. They lost it. So just wait for the EU to sue an AI company and then we'll be good. Alright, I guess there's nothing else. We'll go through. My scarf is very long now. Americans do not understand the difference between democratic socialism and socialism. Yeah. I mean, I don't try to get into politics too much, but I agree. It's like, I've learnt that the word socialism is confused with communism. That's... which it's not the case. I mean, there are ideas that overlap, but generally, it's like, nah, man. There's good kinds of socialism. It's not communist in the slightest to want better for yourself. Okay. But yeah, I never get into that sort of thing. It's like, what am I gonna say? It's not gonna change anything. And I live quite literally the furthest you could live from it. The only way I could live further is if I moved to Antarctica or something. So, it's just, I get it. It's different. Wait. Okay, no, I thought that was the thing. I think the other person that was here gave up. Either I was going too far behind or it just wasn't... I wasn't going where they wanted to, and they're just gone now. It's okay. Not that I don't appreciate the company, but I kind of prefer it like this. Yeah, it's fine. At least they tried. I'm having more fun. Just exploring at my own pace. The whole game is about connection. But you do you. I didn't know that. I thought this was just a game where you're like a loner roaming the desert. At least from the footage that I saw. Or the screenshots, I was like, oh, this is like... You know games I gravitate towards is where it's you and the environment? That's why I really like Metroid. And holy shit, Metroid Prime 4 really tilted me at times. But, you know, credit to the game. It can facilitate someone like me. I guess I just have to be frustrating enough that I want the other person to leave. I wasn't trying to do that. I think just maybe amongst the conversation around AI discourse, perhaps I either got too carried away or wasn't moving fast enough. I don't know what was what. It's okay. I got distracted. It happens. I'm so into the thought-provoking conversation that I got jump-scared by that worm thing. And I'm usually good at that stuff. It's chat's fault, mostly. It's always chat's fault. I'll give you another area where, like, AI has really annoyed me. It was just... Google went from being this thing that synonymous with finding answers and looking for things. And now it's this thing where it's like, no, ignore what's on the top half of the page. And it's gotten so bad where... like earlier this month when I was playing one of the Mario games, the older ones. It was one of the annoying castles where you had to go in a particular direction to solve the maze, and I couldn't for the life of me remember it. So I look it up. First result I see, oh, there's an image of it. Cool. I'll follow this image. The image didn't work. I thought I got it wrong. Tried it again, didn't work. So, the very first result Google was showing me was like, this is what happens when someone picks the wrong path. That was the caption of the image. I'm like, why the fuck are you showing me this? Like, God. I make fun of, on occasion, tongue-in-cheek, just people using TikTok for search. But honestly, for stuff like that, I bet TikTok would have given me the answer, 100%. I can see why people do it, because the alternative is dealing with that. Or Reddit, yeah. Exactly. Reddit's been this roller coaster of a thing that I've had on how I feel about it. At the start, I was like, Reddit's good. Then for a while, I was like, Reddit is annoying. And now I'm kind of alternating back between Reddit is good and Reddit is annoying. But sometimes, yes, when I want to find things, Reddit does help. And then there are times where it's like, I'm looking for the answer of something, and the top voted comment is like, haha, that was so easy to do. End of comment. Or just someone trying to make a joke. So, it depends on what you're looking for. Some communities are better than others. Oh no, it's draining. You're trying to get Cody working and Reddit both helps and drives you crazy. I can imagine. Wouldn't it be nice to have a friend to warm up your scarf? This builds character, okay? This is the hero's journey. This is the part of the movie where, like, the hero collapses and the sad music plays. And then there's a dream sequence where Mufasa tells you, you are the chosen one. And that he is your father. And then you wake up and get a second wind. I don't know. But, okay, by design, this should be doable without a player. Without another player. It's just going to be annoying. And I'm okay with that. I played Triforce Heroes on my own and I dealt with that. I can do this. Yeah, I got it. I'm with the program. In my defense, we don't really have snow of this magnitude in Australia. I get made fun of because I've never slipped on ice. Like, some people can't comprehend the fact that I just have never interacted with ice. You have sandstorms. Yeah, if I go literally in the middle of fucking nowhere, desert. Sure. Suburban Melbourne, not even close. You're in Canada and your whole past 4 months have been ice. Wouldn't be Toronto, would it? I've heard in Toronto there's only 2 seasons, traffic and ice. Nova Scotia, okay. Yeah. Just, I get sent pictures of that stuff sometimes, and it just looks like you guys live on Hoth or something. Oh. Thought it was a dog. It's just a carpet. Ah, well, dog carpet. It just made like an animal sound. It's a dog, okay? Just like how the turtle in Elden Ring is a dog. Never played a Souls game. What's the first one you should try? I had a pretty good time with Demon Souls, the PS5 remake. That was the first one I played properly. But as far as accessible, I mean, I think Elden Ring has the most accessibility still. It's one of those things that you'll be like, why doesn't it have this? Why doesn't it have that? And it's just, well, yeah, that's Souls games. Whereas in Elden Ring, that doesn't happen as often. It really depends. Like, if you're okay with games not giving you directions or having a map, then by all means, like, start at something like Bloodborne or the Demon Souls remake would be my recommendation. If you want to kind of get used to it a bit more, Elden Ring is a bit more accessible. The original trilogy, I can't really speak too much because I haven't played it. And I only touched the surface of Sekiro, but I kind of had problems playing it, so I didn't finish it. Oh, I don't know why. What was I expecting? What had changed, really? Not as much as I'd hoped. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Wait. Wait. I got it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. See, well designed. Even one person can still do this. If anything, this might be a lesson as to why it's good to socialize. We could have played this during Christmas and had the finale be like me getting together with a bunch of people and just playing this game. Learning the spirit of Christmas. No, I've changed my ways. I don't want to be alone in this barren desert. Please. Okay. Oh, come on! I thought I was safe. Okay. Well. His eyes stopped being red, I thought I was safe. I thought it was like any other stealth game. Oh god. I've lost half my scarf. Can I get it back? Well, I didn't know it was going to attack me regardless. Alright. This is why I don't play stealth games. I'll just immensely embarrass myself. It happens to everyone? Okay, good. Still. Unless I had a trusted friend to watch my back. I have a friend. His name is Melvin, and he's wrapped around my neck. I have a snake? No. I meant the scarf. I know I live in Australia, and it's kind of an assumption. Oh, he lives in Australia. He must mean snake around his neck. He has a pet snake. And he gets some snacks every day by riding his kangaroo to the store. But I meant the scarf. The scarf's name is Melvin. If you get given one in first grade. Surprisingly, no. Oh, fuck. Micro scarf. This is why I don't play stealth games. I'm not gonna move until... I'm not moving until it does another lap. If this was Metal Gear, you'd see your footprints and crush you anyway. I've had a morbid curiosity about that franchise. I feel like I'm gonna play it one day, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I'd embarrass myself. Can I implant those onto my scarf? That was the first franchise you played when you got into gaming. It was amazing. I've heard it's really good. It's just more... I don't think you understand how impatient I am at Star Wars. I mean, maybe. I've been debating it a lot. I've been, what was I saying? I've been playing the Yakuza games and I just got through them. And so, looking at another franchise, like the Ace Attorney series, or doing Metal Gear, but I'm leaning more towards Ace Attorney because then I can do stupid Australian voices for people that are guilty. Just try the Snake Eater reboot. But is there continuity to the story? I wouldn't want to start midway. Yeah, no, Vanna's right. I have no patience when it comes to stealth. I'll elaborate. I'm a patient person. There is certainly patience in my personality, but when it comes to games, absolutely not. Well, okay. I will spend months trying to get a particular flower color in Animal Crossing. I will spend months trying to get an item in Diablo. Hiding from something in a box for 5 seconds? Absolutely not. The story is convoluted, it doesn't matter. Okay. It's certainly a good time to get into the franchise because everything is playable, thanks to the collections that have come out. But yeah, lately, man, the way things are, I think my long-term plan with streaming is probably just going to be going through backlogs and checking out stuff that I missed the boat on. Damn it. Okay, so am I just fucked now? The great thing about gaming is trying something that makes you uncomfortable from time to time. Oh, I've done that plenty. Make no mistake, I suck at rhythm games, and yet I've played several rhythm games. I think the only genre that I and this is just because I'm that bad at it, would be an RTS game in a sense of like PvP. I just can't do that mentally. I would get nowhere. RTS where it's, you know, you're going against a CPU, yeah, that's fine. The problem is there's just something about having to worry about multiple things at once. But then also just not having the hand-eye coordinations to make the precise mouse movements quickly. I can't do it. But I did enjoy Command and Conquer. My uncle had that, and that was fun. Now, granted, something that I realized, going back and trying it, this was before I started streaming it, but I tried to play that game again, and I think the only reason I was able to play it was my uncle's computer wasn't that good, and so it ran at a lower frame rate, so things were slower. And when I went to play it on semi-modern hardware, I couldn't do it because everything was too quick, and I was just too used to the lag of the game, just things running at a slower pace because of the bad hardware. So I'm not good at it. That's about it. In times of desperation as a kid, I would play Pokemon on an emulator that would run at half the frame rate. And if you've ever played any of the original games, you would know how excruciating that would be. But I still did it. This is very, very heartfelt. Alright, the older Pokemon games, the movement is basically like this at times. Now imagine half this speed. Because the older games didn't have bicycles or running shoes or anything like that. So your character would move... Alright, maybe not this slow. But, I mean... Uh-oh. Wouldn't it be nice to have a friend, though, to die with? To specifically die with? This is what they meant by dying alone, huh? Ah, well, see, I got my scarf back now. What did I say? I predicted it. I mean, it wasn't Mufasa telling me to remember who I am. But what did I just say was going to happen? It's because it's a trope in writing. The hero's journey has a structure. And the game being literally called Journey, I figured it would stick to that structure. There are a bunch of games that I have on the backlog, but then the reason I don't check them out is because it requires stuff like EA or Ubisoft, and it's just, man, why can't I just buy a game on Steam and just have it launched through Steam? I'd play more of their games if it weren't for that fact. Nothing puts me off more from buying a game than seeing that requires third-party client. Nah. I don't care if the game is $2, I'm not doing that. But see, something like Mirror's Edge, for example, I would love to check out. But I'm pretty sure that requires Origin. Or whatever it is they have these days, EA. Love the music here. It's very nice. It's kind of reminding me of, I played Sword of the Sea last weekend. Especially with these ribbon jellyfish. Sword of the Sea had, that. Not ribbon jellyfish, but jellyfish that you bounce off. Uh-oh. Wait. Go back up. There we go. Other players at the top. Where the fuck have you been? Oh, the scarf's gone. Wait, the mountain... Was the mountain really two friends facing each other? That... Am I that antisocial that went over my head, or I just didn't focus on it? No, I'm going back. Going back. If this is the afterlife, it can wait. I will stay in purgatory for another 2 minutes if I have to confirm this. This is not the game for me. I enjoyed it. I had fun. It was very nice. The ambience was good. Well, I don't know. It just looked like a mountain. What? Like, okay, the intended ending is you and your friend are supposed to walk through this together. That's it. Okay, I see. Now that I see the vision. I see how the imagery of this would have been very nice. I get it. The metaphor. Okay. Alright. Well, this just makes it more heartfelt. It's like someone continuing their journey alone. Maybe one day. It's like relationships are fleeting. That was the playthrough. You're on your own, you meet someone, you have fun for a while. It doesn't work out. You almost die, and then life goes on. Roll credits. Maybe one day. Actually, that what I just said makes this really unnecessarily sad. sad violin music. Oh, man. I mean, very beautiful, either way. I can imagine. Yeah, that was really enjoyable. Sorry, just taking in the music a little. Thanks for playing with us. All good. I can see why it would have won music awards. Better late than never. I probably should have played this back in the day. Guess it's nice as well that even if you had the kind of experience that I had, which is playing this after it's past its prime and... Well, I ran into someone at least, but not having someone through the majority of this, it's still an enjoyable thing. There's a couple of secrets that makes this endlessly replayable and why there's still an active community. Go on. They had a much better incidental multiplayer system than Souls games. Yeah. I mean, I think it was fine. You're not telling? It's okay. I mean, I was just here as a casual, so I wasn't planning on going too heavy with this. Lately, I've been on a bit of a binge of playing shorter experiences and things that have been in my backlog forever, so that's what this was primarily. But it's cool that a game like this can still have an active community that far from the game's release. Show one, but it takes 20 minutes. Oh, nah. It's not so much a patience thing as I got to go get a start on dinner. I gotta go get some groceries. And then get a start on dinner. But I'll stick around till the end of the credits. I'll commit to things sometimes. Sometimes. On my more stupid endeavors, I commit to things that take me 4 to 8 hours. Alright. So wait. Oh no, okay, I thought it was giving control. Oh, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. Finish the game and return to the beginning. Oh. Ah. Nameless. Okay, so the one that was the most patient with me was probably the last one. And then... That is surprising. I thought it was one person. That's very seamless. Yeah. The one weird thing I couldn't figure out, because it does seem to have controller options, but it didn't recognize my controller. And I was using the PS5 one, but for the life of me, I couldn't get it to work. I just want to get the character in frame. Alright. I think that'll do for me. Yeah, this was really enjoyable. I mean, I might have a read into the intricacies of what people are doing with this, just for my own benefit. I do like a good rabbit hole, so might do some reading on it. But otherwise, if you're checking this out later on the VODs channel, thanks for sticking around to the end. Leave a like if you feel like it. Thanks for watching.